So I want us to learn about a number line. So about number line, you're going to learn about simple linear inequalities. So we have several linear inequalities like this one. There are symbol for this. So this symbol we have is for less than. So these are symbol for less than. So we have other symbols like this symbol now means greater than. So this one is a symbol for greater than. Then you have another symbol here. This symbol means that less than, or equal to, or equal. Symbol here, the last one. This symbol means greater than, or equal to, So these ones are the symbols that you're using in equalities. This is less than, this is the symbol for greater than, this is the symbol of less than, equal to, this is the symbol for greater than or equal to. Okay, so we have several inequalities that they want us to talk about. So like for an example, this one is an inequality, like when we have a number like this. So assume we have several numbers that we can have. So when we say x is less than 3, this one is an inequality. When we say that x is greater than 3, this is an inequality. So this one can be Roman 1, this is Roman 2. Then we can also talk about the one for Roman 3. We can say that x is greater than or equals to 3. Or we can as well say that the one for Roman 4, we can say that x is less than or equals to 3. So these ones are all the inequalities. So not only x is less than 3 or x is greater than 3, but you can also have others whereby you can say that x, we have others whereby you can say that x is maybe less than 7, or you can as well say that x is greater than 8. So this is the symbol for greater than. So you can also say that x is maybe greater than or equals to 12. It can also make sense. So you can also say that x is less than or equals to 13. So as long as you know the symbols for the ones that you talked about, less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, then these are the ones. We have other symbols like x is greater than, x is less than 3, x greater than 3. So all those ones are the symbols that you can talk about. So if you're told to represent a number like x, you can be told to represent this number. X is greater than 5 on a number line. So you're told to represent x greater than 5 on a number line. So first thing you have to do is to draw the number line. So you just have to draw the number line. Know that the number line has got the center that is always at 0. So when you're heading towards the right, all numbers are supposed to be positive. So here we shall have 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5, maybe 6. So this is a number line. So because we are heading towards the right, and when you're heading towards the right, we expect the numbers to be positive. So we can also from 0 towards the left, 1, 2. So these numbers we expect them to be negative. All these numbers we expect them to be negative. The number from 0 heading towards the left. So I want us to represent this on a number line, x greater than 5. Now, so we have to point where 5 is. So is 5. 5 is here. So we're going to circle 5. After circle 5, because x is greater than 5, we're going to point an arrow towards 5, and that arrow must always have the direction. So maybe you can talk about 7 here. So we've represented x greater than 5. You just circle 5, then give an arrow where the 5 is. So maybe when we talk about this, x is greater than or equals to 5. We can also represent this on a number line. So first we're going to draw the number line. So that's the number line. So our number line must always have the center. So the center is 0. Then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe you can stop at 7. Then from there, on this other side, maybe you can have -1, then -2. Now, so from there, we are going to point where 5 is. So this is where 5 is. So we shall circle 5. Because x is greater than or equals to 5, we shall give the arrow to show that. So that arrow shows that it's greater than because it is past 5, 6, or 7. But now it's x is greater than or equals to 5. So because it is or equals to, we shall shadow where the 5 is. So we shall shadow this point. Then we give our arrow. That one now becomes our answer. So there's another one where we can say that x is less than 3. So when we are given like x is less than 3, first thing that we're going to do, as usual, we're going to draw the number line. Then after drawing the number line, then we are going to, from here, we are going to indicate 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Maybe after 0 going towards the left, now we shall have the -1, -2, -3. So because it's x is less than 3, we are going to circle where 3 is. So we circle 3. Then from there we give the direction of less than, meaning that you shall be moving towards the left. Then indicate the arrow. You can stop anywhere. You can even stop at 1, or you can even stop at 2, provided that you don't stop at 3 and you show your arrow moving. Then you shall always be on point. You shall always be on point. So as you are watching this, remember to like the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, as this is the best channel that gives you all the issues that contains in the mathematics. I want us to proceed on the linear inequalities of a number line. I want us to move to the next bit, whereby I want us to work out some of the problems that you experienced when working out these linear equations. Okay, like here when we are talking about this, we have a number of problems, like illustrate the following inequalities on a number line. So like this one is x is greater than 1. This one is c is less than 3. Then this one is b is greater than or equals to 2. So in these numbers, we are going to do what? We are just going to draw a number line to illustrate them, to give the details, to give the details of each and every number. Like for example, here x is greater than 1. We're just going to draw the number line. Then after drawing the number line, then you mark 0, 1, 2, 3. I want us to stop at maybe 5, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5. Then maybe we draw here 1, 2. Now from 0 moving towards the left, we have negative numbers. From 0 moving towards the right, we have positive numbers. So since this one is illustrate the following inequalities on a number line. So part A, we are working out this part A. X is greater than 1. So we are going to see where 1 is. So since here is 1, we are going to do what? We are going to circle where 1 is. Then we are going to draw an arrow moving towards the right to show that it is greater than. And this one now becomes the answer for Roman 1a. So this becomes for Roman 1a. This and this. X greater than 1, we're going to look at where 1 is. We shade 1. Then you give out the direction to show that it is greater than. Then you can stop at whichever number, 2, 3, or 4, 5, provided that you've shown the direction to see where the greater than is. Okay? Let's now move to this. B is greater than or equals to 2. So maybe we can draw a number line where we can say B is greater than or equals to 2. Then from there we shall have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After having the zeros 5, then you are told B is greater than or equals to 2. So we are going to because 2 is here, we are going to underline where 2 is. Then you give the arrow because it is greater than. We give the arrow pointing or stopping at whichever direction. It can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5. Because it is greater than or equals to 2, we are not going to leave this part without shading. So we must shade in the middle to show that it is greater than or equals to 2. If you are told it is greater than or equals to any number, we must shade that point. We must shade to show that it is greater than or equals to. I want us to check, like for example, this. Write down the inequality shown on the number line. Write down the inequality shown on the number line. So let's check. So the point is at 2 and the arrow points towards the left. So if the arrow points towards the left and the where has been circled is 2, so it means that it is less than. So you can choose any of the letter and maybe you can decide and say now in that point x is less than 2, and this one now becomes the answer for this number here. X is less than 2. Check, this is 2. We are circling 2. Then we are giving our arrow pointing towards the left to show that it is less than, and that is what we have just done. It shows that it is less than. You give your arrow pointing the left direction. If it is more than, our arrow could have been pointing towards the right. Our arrow could have been pointing towards the right. I want us to move to this part here, part B. Part B says this. The question still says write down the inequality shown on the number line. So part B, now it has been circled 3. Then there's a direction that has been given towards the right. So that answer now becomes x is greater than 3. So the correct answer for that now becomes x is greater than 3. So that now becomes the correct answer for this number, for this part B. Are you seeing part B? Remember to like the video. If you have not subscribed, just subscribe. Now, so 3 is being circled and it is pointing towards the right, meaning that it is greater than. So that's why we are saying x is greater than 3. It's not only x, but you can pick any number. Let's say y, and say y is greater than 3. It still makes sense, right? It's not a max that you put x as the number. Okay, let's check this. The question still remain the same. Write down the inequality shown on the number line. Then we are working out part C. Now this part C, they have shadowed 0. Then the arrow is pointing towards the right. Because they pointed from 0, so we can take any letter, like we can say x is greater than or equals to 0. So that one the answer for part C. So this is part C. The answer is x is greater than or equals to 0. because 0 has been shaded here. 0 has been shaded and the arrow moves towards the right. If the arrow moves towards the right, we have said it is greater than. That's why we included greater than. Then 0. Please, if you're joining the channel for the first time, remember to subscribe, like the video, and all shall be well. Let us check at part D. Part D, there is an instruction that has been given. The 4 has been shadowed, then the arrow points towards the left. If you've seen this side that has been shadowed, it means that it is less than or equals to. It depends with where the arrow points. Since this one the arrow points towards the left, so this one the answer is less than or equals to. So this one you can say the answer is x. X is less than or equals to 4. So this one is x is less than or equals to 4, and that one makes the answer for part D. I hope you are checking part D very cleanly. This is part D. This is 4. The arrow points towards the left, meaning that it is less than or equals to. That's why we've indicated it here. Please remember to like the channel if you're joining for the first channel, and also like this video. Okay, I want us to proceed. So there is a question that says here, Mudoni's age is not less than 12 years. If her age is X years, form an equality to represent the information. Mudoni's age is not less than 12. So we don't know Mudoni's age. They're saying that let Mudoni's age be X. Because Mudoni's age is not less than 12, the Mudoni's age can be equals to 12 or more than 12. So in forming that inequality for Mudoni, our correct answer shall be this. Just a moment. When forming the inequality for Mudoni, our correct answer shall be X is greater than or equals to 12. That one becomes the answer. Since Mudoni's age is 12 years, Mudoni's age is not less than 12, meaning that Mudoni's age is more than 12 years. That one we have to agree. If her age is X years, form an equality. So Mudoni's age is X is greater than or equals to 12. So that is the correct answer for part A. This is the correct answer for part A. So part B says illustrate the inequality on a number line. So meaning that this one now you have to draw the number line to represent this information. X is greater than or equals to 12. By drawing the number line, meaning that since 12 is a positive number, we have to reach past 12. Okay, so maybe we start from 0 here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this question simply means that we have to move up to where 12 is. Okay, the other question says that Mutua, the question says this, Mutua milk more than 5 liters of milk from his cow. Mutua milk more than 5 liters of milk from his cow. If he milk Y liters of milk, form an equality to represent the information. So we have the Y liters of milk and it milks more than 5. So the inequality shall be Y greater than 5. So that is the answer for number 4A. 4A. So this one now becomes the answer. Let's move to number 5. The number of people who attended a meeting was less than 10. If the number of people who attended the meeting was P, form an equality to represent the information. Let me repeat. The number of people who attended a meeting was less than 10, meaning that the number of people didn't reach 10. If the number of people who attended the meeting was P, so that number, answer for number 5A, we shall say that P, because they didn't reach 10, P is less than 10. So you have formed in an equality for that particular number. P is less than 10. Please, if you're watching this channel for the first time, remember to give it a thumbs up, and make sure you do what you subscribe to the channel as we learn. It's always good to learn and we interact. Now I want us to move to compound inequalities. Compound inequalities. So I want us to move to this part. Are you seeing the compound inequalities? So those ones are the compound inequalities. They are not simple inequalities, but they are compound. They are compound inequalities. I want us to talk about them. I want us to talk about the compound inequalities. Like the first one, form compound inequalities from the following. I want us to do part A, x is greater than 4 and x is less than 8. This one is how we form the compound inequalities for part A. So we have x is greater than 4 and x is less than 8. So this one, since x is less than 8, x becomes the middle, x is less than 8. Then this number here, x greater than 4, we shall interchange them such that 4, which was supposed to be here, now becomes here. Then this arrow now turns to this other side. So now the answer becomes 4. X is so we shall now have the symbols x less than 8. Then here we shall have x which is greater than 4. So now we formed an equality. The inequality must always have these symbols facing similar direction or same direction. So I want us to do the one for part B. Part B, this one is the one for part B. So part B says y is greater than or equals to 1 and y is less than 6. So I've said that the first thing that you do, we are going to write this symbol y less than 6. Then from there, this symbol now we interchange, meaning that we cross this symbol. This one, instead of writing here, it shall be here. So here we shall have 1. Then this symbol, instead of it facing in direction, it shall face this other direction. So we shall have our answers 1 1 is less than or equals to y, and y is less than or equals to 6. And this one now becomes the correct answer for forming those inequalities. So say that if you're watching the channel for the first time, just give a like and follow. Okay, I want us to check at another one. Let's look at this part D. T is less than t is greater than 2, and t, I want us to write it here, t is greater than 2, t is less than 7. So it is like this: t is greater than 2, t is greater than 2, and t, this one, and t is less than 7, and t is less than 7. Now I've got it. Here is how the question is. We are supposed to form an equality. We have t is greater than or equals to 2, and t is less than 7. So since we usually start with this one first, we indicate it when forming an equality. So from here we shall have this t there less than 7. Then from here, this number here, t, is greater than or equals to 2. We have to interchange. So instead of this 2 here, we're going to have this 2 here. Then this sign is facing the other one. This sign faces here. Then shall have t, which is now t at the center. So there we shall now have 2, then 2. So this one now becomes our correct answer. So that is how we usually work out these sums out. So I want us to see how they have been applied I want us to see how now you can check for yourself how they've been applied here. Okay, like here we are saying that illustrate the following compounds inequalities on a number line. So here now we are told to put them on a number line. Now, so here we have one is less than x, or x is less than 4. So we put them on a number line. Like for example here, when this inequality has been put on a number line, it means that this one we have 7 has been circled. So 7 is less than, sorry, x is less than 7. Okay, then it also means that 3 is also less than, or x is less than 3. So it means the other way around. It means the other way around. So those ones are the ways in which we work out the inequalities of numbers. These ones are how we work out the inequalities. There's many of numbers. Eh? That is how we work out the inequalities of numbers. Yes, the inequalities of numbers. So it's that's how it is usually done. It is just it's just being simple and trying to understand what it is all about. Then from there, you know what you do, what you know what you're supposed to do. Okay, now I want us to check on this. You know, people, I don't know. I want us to write down the inequality shown on the figure line. So let's work out to part A. Now, to part A, because 2 has been surrounded, then the arrow points towards the left. So the answer for this means that x is less than 2. It cannot only be x, but can be any number. Okay. So now work out the one for this part here now. Work out the one for part C, this one, and tell me the answer. Oh yeah. Changamka leo. Nitapata iko sawa. Haya. It's just a small. We memaliza. Okay. So this is part C. You can see the sign. So this one, the answer for this means that when it is dotted, it is less than or equals to. But since the arrow points towards the right, so you can say that x is less than or equals to 0. Now, so work out the one for part D. Part D. So that part D, you can check the arrow is now moving towards this direction, meaning that the arrow is now moving towards the left, and it has pointed 4. So it means that x is less than or equals to 4. So that is the correct answer in that case. Okay, so next, our lesson for tomorrow, we shall talk about the measurements, how we measure various places by using the Pythagorean relationship. Like about the Pythagorean relationship, we are always asked several questions here. Like for an example, identify the hypotenuse in each of the triangles below. Like this one, what is the hypotenuse? Like part A, we have point AB, we have BC, and we have CA. Identify the hypotenuse, please. AB, BC, CA. Which points are the hypotenuse? Just write on the comment section, please. We want us to go very fast. Part A, which points are the hypotenuse. Don't leave, don't scroll. Give us the hypotenuse points, please. Don't scroll. Which points are the hypotenuse? Is it AC? Is it BC? Is it AB? Please, let's get the answer on the comment section. You know we are learning and we are gaining. Which points are the hypotenuse? So in short, the hypotenuse points are the areas that are the sides that are slant. Like AC is the longest side, so the AC is the hypotenuse. When coming to part B, we have MN, we have NO, and we have OM. So which points are the hypotenuse? We are looking at the longest sides of this triangle. So the longest side on this triangle is MO. MO is the hypotenuse, this one here. So MN we cannot say because MN is the base, NO is the height. Let's now come to this. Which points are the hypotenuse? We have GF, we have HF, and we have HG. Just write on the comment section. If you're joining for the first time, remember to subscribe. Now, so here the longest side is HF. So HF is the longest side, and that means that HF is the hypotenuse. HG is the height, then GF is the base. So that is how we work out them, and after working out them, we find the answer. We find the answer. So find the answer for part D. Part D, which points are the hypotenuse? Part D, which points are, just write once you get the answer. Part D, which points are the hypotenuse? Part D, number 1, part D, which points are the hypotenuse? Just write once you get the answer. Just write on the comment section so that we see who are together with us. Part D. Part D. Okay, so we shall stop there. Tomorrow we shall look at the Pythagorean relationship. You know, for example, we have a lot more to cover. Like here, we have to deal with all these things, how we arrive at different answers. I want us to work them out tomorrow. How we get x, how we get the value of y, how we get the value of k. You know, then which one of the following are right angles? We shall see which of the right angles are here and here. Then shall even be able to work out this. So that shall even take us to these points where now we shall be able to calculate them. So don't go away, just subscribe to this channel. We shall talk about that one tomorrow. We have a lot of things to cover. Then from there we shall now move to length, where we shall convert units of length into hectares. We have hectares, we have decameters. Yeah, we shall learn about that one. Then after learning about that one, there is one of the most interesting part that I want us all to discover together. We shall now talk about the circles, like working out the circumference of each of the circles by taking pi as 22/7. That one we shall also check or see it tomorrow, looking at all these. This we shall talk about them tomorrow. So what you need to do is just to subscribe to the channel, have the notification bell, because we have a lot more to talk on this channel. So you guys are amazing. Just subscribe, keep it in touch, don't go away. This is your channel. We shall always come and give you more and more goodies, or more and more details. Bye bye for now. Wherever you are, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, enjoy your morning. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Nakwambia watu wako wengi.